It's the Game Spitter, y'all. Subscribe, like, share the video. What's up with y'all boy Lil Nas X, man? Seemed like Hollywood then chewed that bud and spit it right back out. Seemed like fame through with him, money through with him. Yeah, man, like, they saying that, man, well, we see him. He damn near bucket naked, walking down Hollywood, 4 o'clock in the morning. They saying he OD'd, hospitalized and shit like that. And, man, yeah, man, he fell off, man. Career took a whole U-turn. He was once up here, but he fucked up by the decisions that he made in his career. He made fans turn their back on him because he turned himself into a gimmick, and he ain't had to do that. He turned himself into a one-trick pony, and he ain't had to do that. We talking about a dude that had 3 #1 Billboard hit records, billion streams, supposed to be this top-tier superstar. But he started doing fuck shit when all he had to do was just keep putting out good music, don't rub people the wrong way. This is why when you at the top, the 2 things you need to stay away from is politics and religion. When you play with like voting, picking a side, you're going to always rub the other side the wrong way. When you start disrespecting religion, you always going to rub somebody the wrong way. If you preach it a lot, especially if you living in sin and you playing with different religions. In America, you know, the fans, they'll turn their back on you. Parents will make kids not listen to you. And that's what Lil Nas X started doing, man. He just started playing too many games. I don't know if he was controlling his music videos or the shit he was doing, because ain't no way the label would tell him to do that when they know how sensitive people is about religion and stuff like that. But what I think what made Lil Nas X's career turn around and do a whole U-turn, and he could never go back on that paper route. He could only do shit like this, do stuff to get attention. Because every time he dropped now, like he ain't even topped the charts. He ain't even had a song on the charts since 2024 or January. And then when he did make the charts, I think he ranked it like number 69. But when he started playing with the devil and Jesus and on that Montero video, yeah, it did good as far as like the views. But he was tricked by that. Like, I think it went #1 or whatever. But that's when everybody looking at it and you losing the fan base. So it still did good in your eyes, but they looking at it, turning their back against you. Like, he done fucked up. And then you turned around and did it again on J. Christ. You did the same thing. Having the devil in your video, having Jesus, playing different roles that's in the Bible, playing basketball against Satan, then putting yourself on a cross. Like, a label would never recommend an artist to shoot a video and they portraying themselves like Jesus or saying they're making a comeback like Jesus. Diddy wasn't supposed to do that when he did that video with Nas. The labels told him to take that shit out. But the person who was shooting the video still put it up. And I think Diddy put hands on that dude. The baby caught backlash when he did that. The baby caught backlash when his name was Baby Jesus and he changed it. You see what I'm saying? So that's never a good move. You headed nowhere fast doing that. And here it is, you already sinning, being a fun boy. And now you disrespecting Jesus and all his children, playing with the devil, and you keep doing it over and over and over. So now you're a one-trick pony. Nicki Minaj, she don't fuck with you. You want a feature from her, she won't do it. Drake, he's spinning you around, giving you the runaround. He won't do the feature. These hit records that if they did it, you probably could have came at them wrong. If you would have came with them with the big bag first, maybe they would have made room for you. But nah, like, They had their reasons. They didn't do it. They ain't want to touch that. Or the labels could have told Drake and Nicki Minaj, like, this ain't no good look. The money gonna be there. He backed up by a big label, so they'll pay us what we need, what we want. But you're gonna get backlash from these group of people, and they could hold that over your head for a long time, and he'll move on with his career. So we don't need to put our likeness over that. You can support him, like his picture or something, or see him out, shake his hand, some shit like that. Other than that, like, we can't stamp that brand. Because when it come crumbling down, we don't need to be attached to that. We don't need the backlash. We good. Let that one go. Let that one pass. Sometimes it be the label. Sometimes the artists don't want to do it, or they'll just beat around the bush with it. Then other times the label will be like, nah, you ain't got to make her no enemy, but we can't do that. And then when you drop that album, Dream Boy, that flopped, they didn't do nothing after you dropped J Prince, another record that flopped. And you thought since you was going to go in another direction, that was going to do good or do way better or perform at the level that you need to perform. Then you got way more backlash because you stole Sega Bodega art cover for the single he had called Angel on My Shoulder. You stole that. Then when he called you out on it, then you want to come back and say you was inspired by it and trying to salute it when you should have did that off the bat. You should have did that. So that wasn't organic. So motherfuckers don't accept that. Just like them Barbs didn't accept when you said you weren't a Barb no more and you dropped that song talking about Nicki Minaj and they fell out with you. Nicki forgave you, or she said, yeah, she forgave you, but the Barbs, they weren't going for that. So they made you stop saying Nicki Minaj's name, so you burnt that bridge. Yeah, man, you stole that man art cover, so that's even more backlash. You don't know how to stay relevant. You don't know how to stay in the algorithm. You could never regain that fan base that you once had. They don't trust you no more. They don't rock with you no more. They ain't give you no second chance. Even when they did give you a second chance, you still failed them. So yeah, now we here. You on more drugs. You been on drugs probably. And you probably got on even more drugs when half of your face went paralyzed. So if you go through a situation like that and have your face paralyzed, the doctors, they gonna put you on a whole bunch of opioids. You gonna get on that. Now, opioids will kind of make you feel like zombie. So I couldn't say they'll make you walk down the street and be in your drawers and dancing and acting like a model and doing fun boy stuff. But what could make you do that is stuff like K2, mixing your medicine, your meds with liquor. So say you take a pill that the doctors told you to take and you mix that with liquor, or you mix that stuff with powder, that can make you walk down the street acting like that, dancing, like you feel good. But you're making an ass out of yourself, which had you in the hospital, putting the OD name on you and all that shit there. Because I'm pretty sure when you have your face with paralyzed, you really if you was already doing drugs, you really start doing it then. And yeah, man. Now, all you good for is a party. Maybe they didn't kick you out the party. So now, you taking the party to the LA streets. So now, man, like, you done fucked up. You supposed to be streaming. And then you got the streamers, they dissing you. You got a top tier streamer dissing you like Kai. So all the fans he got, if they fuck with him, they ain't gonna fuck with you. You know how that shit go. So yeah, you just losing on all levels, man. Yeah, you're gonna end up on a TV show, Love and Hip Hop, some shit like that. Because you can't humble yourself and build the trust of the fans and try to build a certain type of fan base back up. The hip hop industry already ain't gonna fuck with you because what you represent. females, they didn't turn their back on you. They don't feel sorry for you. So yeah, man. And then you the type of person that'll let the comments and what people say beat you up. It's gonna tear you down. You're gonna let that shit get to you. So yeah, man, that play a part in you making good music, the music that you're supposed to be making. So why would a top tier label try to give you 10 million, 5 million, whatever that you want? You think that you're worth, but you're not. Because they can't do nothing with you. Don't no sponsors want to back you. Don't nobody want you promoting their brand like that. Yeah, you had a lot of big songs. You had about 3 of them. But you know how the business is. What have you done for me lately? If you done burnt all these bridges, what you thought you was worth, you're not worth that no more. All because you want to do a music video this way and do it that way and play with people's religion and shit like that. Like, all you had to do was be spicy, be a fun boy, make good music, make videos that people won't get offended by. But when you start going to people's religions and this and that, like, you can't do that. And you did it over and over. Then you're not topping your records. You still, yeah, you got 3 number 1s, but you really not topping them records. Because when people don't like you, they don't like the visual, it don't matter. Them could have been good records. They probably could have topped them records, but they ain't gonna let it get there because they don't like you no more. So they don't really care how you say it, what beat is on. If it's you, they ain't fucking with it. Like Lil Nas X, why would you put yourself, how you gonna put yourself in a situation where you gotta suffer on land, on earth, when you pass away and you in hell, you're gonna have to do all the suffering and all this stuff down there. So why would you put yourself in that situation up here? You know how big you could have been, how much more money you would have made if you would have just did right, just put out music, do your little fun boy videos, and yeah, stay in the algorithm. All the extra shit you was coming up with, your ideas, you thought you was bulletproof. Now, I can see you in hell. You'd be down there chained up in the corner with your head down. Yeah, I can see you. You ain't gonna be one of the ones yelling, making all the noise at the, holding the bars. You're gonna be in the corner sitting down. When you ain't getting tortured, you're gonna be in the corner, in the back corner with your head down. Just like how you be feeling down and low self-esteem now. You got low self-esteem. All that walking down and doing all that dancing, walking down LA Street with your drawers on, all that there. Yeah, but behind closed doors, you let the comments and everything get to you. You weak, just like the rest of them. You weak. Yeah, but you could have been a big star. You could have been selling so much product. You could have came out with Fun Boy underwear. That could have been selling. You could have came out with Fun Boy lip gloss for the spicy men. Huh? You could have came out with a clothing line for the fun boys. Yeah. All these magazines, movies, could have had TV shows like Flavor Flav had, Finding Love for him. Yeah, you could have had that for you. You could be streaming and shit like that. You could be doing all these songs with these stars and doing streams with these streamers and shit like that. Speed and all them dudes. They'll do one with you. But you fucked that up. Because your way of thinking, your actions. Come on, man. You was trying to get all this extra attention and you ain't had to do all that. All the spotlight had to be on you. You had award shows, your music videos. You always had to steal a show. That's why I say you needed somebody to tell you everything to do and what not to do. You can't just be on your own. And nah. You could never be independent. But even when you sign to a label, you still hard-headed and do shit that rub people the wrong way. Oh, you thought them screams in the crowd, all them comments, and they love you, you the GOAT, you the best. Oh, you thought they was telling you the truth. You thought those same fans wouldn't turn on you. Oh, you must have thought your talent was that strong that you was always gonna stay on top, whether the labels blackballed you or whatever. You thought you was that good, not knowing it's a machine. So yeah, when they can't use you no more, or it ain't worth to use you, you become useless. So now, walk down the LA streets. That's the last time. Besides that, you ain't been viral. You ain't been viral. This industry is like God to you niggas. God give it, God take it away. And that's what happened to you. That's what happened. And the elite ain't worried about you telling all the secrets and this and that. You too scary for that because you don't want to die. You too scared. You too much of a coward to do all of that, so you ain't gonna do all that. You'll just do your little rants like that and acting like you so happy and you ain't got a care in the world. But I see different. I see that you cry a lot. I even hear talks of you taking your own self out the game. Because like I say, to me, you look weak. Yeah. You can't even overcome this situation. You can't be blackballed and you still make a hit record. It wouldn't be nothing to get the top country singers to do a song with you. The top R&B singers, or whoever, put you all over magazines. Put a lot of marketing dollars behind you. Put you on big tours. Ghostwrite you good hit records, big hit records. Yeah, but they don't want to.
This video right here is brought to you by EliFixCredit.com. Hey man, say man, this the deal of the year right here. To all my fans, my following, my supporters, anybody who rock with me, this the best way I can help you. This the best game I done gave since I done started the YouTube, really, because this right here gonna turn your situation all the way up. Tony the Closer, he just teamed up with Eli, and guess what they doing right now, man? If your credit starts with a 4, 5, or 6, I'm telling you right now, stop playing. I'm talking late payments. I'm talking collections. I'm talking evictions. I'm talking repos, charge-offs, all that stuff, man. He's taking all that off your credit, and it ain't taking 6 months, a year, 4 months, 3 months, 2 months, none of that stuff. I'm saying you're going to see results in 4, 5 days. Let me tell y'all again, because I don't think you heard me. I'm saying he's showing y'all results in 4, 5, 6, 7 business days. And he only charging y'all $250. And he guaranteeing you funding. And if you want business credit, he charges $500 and he can guarantee you 6-figure funding. If he don't keep his word, if he don't show you results with 4, 5, 6, 7 days, and then the big results in like 2 to 3 weeks, he'll give you money back and give you $100. I say he'll give you $250 back and give you $100 for playing with you, for playing with your top. Same thing if you decide to go the business route and you want business credit fixed and you need trade lines, primaries, he got it all. If you're an artist and you need funding and ain't no labels reaching out to you, you want that big bag, you need to holler at Eli. Pay the $250, pay the $500, fix your credit, build your credit, add some primaries and trade lines. Oh, that's a different fee. Add some trade lines and primary, and y'all take this to the bank and get your funding, and take off with your rap career, your R&B career, your movie career, whatever you got going on, your restaurant, your barbershop, your truck driving business, your hair salon. So I'm telling y'all, man, like, y'all know we in America, they only care about credit. Credit is king these days. This ain't the streets. Cash is king in the streets, but this is real life, the real world. So credit is what you need. You got a 4, 5, 6. You can't get that apartment. You making the money, but you still can't get the apartment you want. You can't get that house you want. You can't get that car you want because you ain't reached out to Tony the Closer, or you ain't reached out to Eli and paid the $250. And then you ain't even got to pay the $250 up front. You can just pay $64 today, and you can team up with Zip and you can do 4 payments. So $64 a day if you get approved. So $64 a day if you team up with Zip and you get approved. And then you got 4 payments. So you ain't even got to come out of pocket all the way to $250. 64, he gonna get to work. As soon as you pay the 64, you get approved with Zip, he gonna get to work. So by the time you probably pay all your $250, you're already seeing results. If it don't work, if I'm capping or you feel like this is a scam, like the other fake internet dudes be doing, they be taking your money, you got to pay all this buku money. He give me your money back and give me your $100. And he ain't taking all day, so it ain't gonna take that long to get your money back. He only got a week to show you the results, and then about 2 or 3 weeks to show you the big results. So how you gonna lose? I'm telling you, the link in the bio. Y'all go over there, either have your $64 ready or your $250, and fix your credit. Take them 500 scores, 600 scores, take it to 750, 780, 800. Get you some trade line primaries. Fix your business credit. Man, get with the program, man. That's EliFixCredit.com. That's EliFixCredit.com. If you still can't find it, go to Tony the Closer IG, Tony the Closer _ That's his IG at Tony the Closer _ Go over there, subscribe to him. He ain't come to his DM, tell him the Game Spitter sent you, and say you need that credit score plug. And if you need the game on the real estate, you already know. I'm gonna drop that link too. So man, y'all tap in. He was with him. Go.
I'm just tripped out right now, man. And I don't like to put people in my business, especially my financial business. But I got to tell y'all about this. So about a year, maybe 8, 9 months ago, I started working with a credit repair company to get my credit right. I already had worked with a couple. They didn't do nothing. But this one, we were seeing some progress. But again, it took a year and a half to make the progress that we made. So that progress looked like I probably started around about low 500s across all 3 bureaus. And we got one of them up to about the mid 600s. And the other 2 really hadn't made any progress. They was still around the mid 500s. So I just got impatient and I said, screw it. I came across Eli and I didn't know what to expect. And I still would say on my wildest dreams, I didn't expect this. In 30 days, he took my credit scores from what I just told you, mid 500s to mid 600 on the highest one, to this being my lowest from the mid 500s, right? These 2 right here, now 748, 756. And the one that was in this, I think 660 or something like that, mid 600s, going on the upper 600s, 816. But he did it in 30 days. I don't know if y'all hear me. I spent over a year and a half, thousands of dollars with another company after wasting my money before that. And this ain't a screenshot. I don't know if y'all can see the date right here. It says May 5th. And the last refresh of mine was 502. $90,000, $93,000 in debt wiped off my credit report in 30 days. 100+ point jump across all 3 bureaus, even the one that wasn't that bad, in 30 days. So if you even been thinking about getting your credit repaired, this is your sign to stop stalling, because I don't really know how he's going to be this effective and still have any type of capacity or availability to keep working with people. But just take it from me. Matter of fact, don't take it from me. Take it from my FICO score. Let me just read, because I know some people do screenshots and all that kind of stuff. I don't want y'all to think this is cap. I don't want y'all to think this is cap. Let me see if I can find my name. It's not logged into nobody else's stuff. Excuse my internet. Come on. Not logged into nobody else's stuff. I don't want y'all to see the addresses and stuff. Y'all can see here at the bottom. Yeah, this is me, current day results, receipts. So again, if you've been thinking about getting your credit repaired with anybody else, you're about to do yourself a huge disservice. Waste a whole lot of money, waste probably a year plus on waiting for them to get you incremental results. When this dude, he ain't even finished because he's a perfectionist. But his incremental ain't their incremental. This is just the progress update. We ain't even done. We ain't even got to the business funding yet. But if you want to get your credit repaired.
Good morning, y'all. I gotta give a shout out to my man, Eli. That's my dog. He got an OD right now. We going for so much funding right now. I ain't want to worry about a thing. You need credit. I didn't need credit repair. I needed funding. But to get funding, you got to get your credit score very high. Holla at my man Eli. I'm telling you, holla at my man Eli. Your credit is the only way you're gonna be able to survive in the future. Especially if you want to have investments, business, whatever you want to believe, whatever your dream is, starts here, bro. get some funding, and chase it. But you gotta get your credit right. Hit them up, man.
Hey, I wanted to take a second to give a huge shout out to Eli. Signed my mom up for credit repair with him because we had tried 3 or 4 other people. We've been working for over 2 years to try to get a couple collections removed from her credit report, and literally no one was able to help us. We've spent thousands and thousands of dollars on this and just kept getting no results. I found Eli, happened to run across his page on Instagram and reached out to him, signed up. It's been less than 30 days and both of those collections are off of her credit report. So I just want to again say thank you so much. And I definitely would highly recommend him and his team if you're looking for someone who can actually get the job done.
I've been working with Eli on my credit repair for the last couple months, and in just 2 weeks, he was able to get all the negative items deleted off of my Experian credit report. As you can see here, the negative items have all been deleted. So if you are in need of credit repair, I highly recommend Eli's services.